Hello, hello,
All right,
hello,
Pop
hello.
Tower, can you tell the people your name and who you are in this world?
Well, I'm T Beezy. Oh no, but my name was Montrell. Um, who I am in this world? Uh, that's kind of that's a very interesting question. Um, well, I mean, on surface, I'm a nurse, um, a nurturer, somebody that's ambitious, goal driven. Uh, inner me, I feel like I'm like a I don't know. As much as I be outside, I really be inside. I like to be to myself. I like to chill, just kind of like think, be in my thought. Uh, I don't know.
You know what's crazy? I like to hear the voice shift. You talked one way when you said surface level, but then when you said inner me, like I felt the go in and like the calm, like
I have
you
to
were
think
like,
about it because I really be chilling. I really be chilling for real. I don't be like,
yeah,
when I be outside, I be outside. But when I'm inside, I like to be inside.
yeah.
I like to kind of, I don't know. When you by yourself, you kind of heal yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So I do a lot of like self reflection, self thinking, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do in this world for real. Uh, I don't know, but we planning, we working.
Yeah.
We're gonna get that sooner or later. So,
Do you feel like the people around you like actually know you?
funny enough, I think I have so many friends, so I feel like everybody gets a different part of me, but it's all on the same consensus. So like, I was telling my friend the other day, like, you might think that I don't like this, but another friend would be like, no, he does like this. But it's like, it's still Montreal, but I mean, you show who what you should show so much to certain people, especially when you on a certain level of trust, when you on a certain level of security, and everybody don't need to see all of you. I don't think a lot of people haven't seen like 100%. At the most, I probably give maybe 95,
Mm-hmm.
90, 97, but not 100%.
Yeah,
Just kind of me, the Lord. That's about it.
yeah,
Maybe my mama, she still get 99.2, but everybody don't get the 100% of me.
yeah. It's. I feel like people really don't actually have the capacity to see all of you, because then all of those different points have like the opportunity to clash with all the other points with another person. You know, like.
Yeah. And I feel like you don't. I don't want to show all of me because I mean, I don't know. You got to keep you wondering. You got to keep you on your toes. Because I feel like when you start showing too much of yourself, some people automatically assume that you're gonna act one way without giving you the benefit of the doubt that you might have grown and changed and matured.
Mm. So people not allowing you to change from what they see in you.
Yeah, I actually have a couple friends like that. They so stuck on what I did or who I was at 16 that at 26 they're like, oh, he gonna do this, and I'm like, well, little do you know, I don't act like that at all. You just assuming.
Yeah,
But I'm gonna let you make an ass out of yourself because, I mean, I'm not here to give you my correct interpretation of me because I'm me, and
yeah.
if you can't get the correct interpretation of me, you're just gonna get what you get.
How do you like respond to, or how do you deal with people that don't allow you to grow? Like, do you know how to like still actually be cool with them, or do you like block them out? Like, how do you deal with that kind of person?
Uh, I don't block them out. That's kind of rude, but but I kind of like I say, I only show you what you've seen, and I don't give you more. I don't give you more. Sometimes I try to show you more to see if you're like capable of understanding the growth, but some people are so stuck in their, and I don't always think that they're so stuck. They put you in this box of what they think you are because they so stuck of where they were.
Say that again. Say that again, because that's a word. Like, he's like,
I
no,
don't
say it
remember,
again. You
but
said people will be stuck on who you were because they're so stuck on who they were.
yeah. So it's just like you have a lot of growth in yourself to do before you can even see. Like if you're always stuck at a 50, 75%, of course you're not going to see my 85, 90 because You stuck at you ain't meeting me where I'm at. So it's like if I'm trying to get you here and you stuck here and this is your like cap out, unless you start thinking outside the box, you will never be able to see where I'm going and where I'm trying to get you to grow. I feel like as a friend, it's always important that you. I mean, especially me, because I know that I can. My mouth can be very like blunt. I can just say, okay, it is what it is. Tell you how it is. I need you. We need to get here. And sometimes you might not want to hear, but it's something that you want to hear, or something you want to hear, something you need to hear, but you really ain't trying to hear it because you so delusion.
Yeah.
People be so delusional. I mean, sometimes delusion works though. I've learned that to be in love, you have to be delusional just a little bit. Like you can't be. Somebody once told me that I'm too logical, and I feel like I'm only logical because I mean, shit has to make sense to me. Like I can't live in a delusion, but I'm working on it. I'm working on being delusional.
Yeah.
Coming soon.
Can you tell me like an area in your life where you are working on being delusional?
In love.
And so, what do you figure, or what are you figuring out that you have to be delusional about?
Damn. I don't know. That's
Like,
why we're figuring it out.
what told you that you have to be delusional in love?
Shit, all my friends are delusional and they in love.
What is it like? What does that mean? Like, how are they delusional?
Like some stuff, I just be like, that's stupid. I'd rather just be alone. Some stuff you just kind of gotta deal. Like I don't want to say deal with some, but some stuff you kind of gotta be like, all right, just give them a chance. But you know, once you get comfortable being alone, trying to venture out and do stuff that goes against what you usually used to, it just kind of have you like, nah, I'd rather just be alone. And I'm trying to be like, okay, you got to say that you don't need to be alone. You need to make yourself delusional that you have to be with somebody. Not to be codependent, but, you know, just kind of be like, you need somebody else. You can't just do everything by yourself.
Yeah. I wonder if you could, like, because I feel like that's a side of it, like the I need somebody versus looking at it where it's like, you know, and this is almost coming from me, like, I love being alone, but I simultaneously am trying not to be alone type shit.
Yeah.
To where it's like, I can expand my desires and stuff that I want to do. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy being alone, but obviously not that fucking much.
Yeah.
Like, because, I don't know, like, how do you, I guess aside from learning to be delusional in a sense, like, how do you feel like you will be able to step out of
Moving
like,
with intention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I don't do things intentionally. I go outside to have fun. I'm not going outside looking for a mate or a soulmate. I just feel like, I mean, no, the Boaz has to go to the woman, but damn, I mean, that's harder than you think, you know? And then if you're not, every day I'm trying to work on myself because I feel like I'm a self-sabotage. Am I supposed to go that deep? I'm a it's like a self-sabotage type of thing. Like I'm good to self-sabotage. I think about all the negatives, and I feel like that's something we learned as kids. You know, always pointing out the negative of something. So I feel like we did that for so long. That's all I do now. I never see the positive things. I think my friend says I need to learn to be optimistic instead of pessimistic, and I didn't know what that meant for a long time because I'm like, I think I'm pretty positive, but it's like, no, I'm gonna think about everything that's gonna go wrong. And then out of those 10 pathways, I didn't even think about the other infinite pathways of positivity. So I'm walking down all these negative pathways, coming to a negative result, thinking like, damn, how am I going to get this positive from this negative? But I never looked to the positive to be like, damn, maybe I need to go down this way instead of going this way. So, I mean, that just goes back to going back to moving with intention. Like, I have to intentionally look for love, but also be, you know, smart to decipher love from lust. Lust is fun, but lust is fun, but it's just like, you know, I just, I don't know. Everybody fall in love, everybody getting married. I'm like, damn, like, here I am, sitting in my bed, like what Brandy said. But like, I'm just, I don't know. I'm still working on that too. I'm working on a lot of things, guys, I promise. A lot of things to do. I'll be writing it down. And then I think the problem is my follow through. Like every year we say that we're supposed to like Write down the goals you want. Well, shit, I got a whole note. I can show you a bunch of notes from years of things that I should have did each year, and I think maybe 1 out of the 50 are checked off. That's because I never go back and look at what I was supposed to do throughout the year. I just kind of keep moving. I go with the flow, and I never move with intention. So,
When you look, or do you ever look back at like what you wrote and realize that you've been writing the same thing over and over?
yeah.
Because that's, I feel like for me, even this YouTube channel that I'm doing right now, this has been in the vision. I can show you my big yellow paper from 2017, talking about 2018. You know, like, so what are some of those, if you don't mind me asking, like some of those repetitive goals?
Shit, losing weight, fuck. You know, like, y'all been knowing since, honestly, that's been a repetitive goal since, damn, since you've been knowing me. We've been knowing each other forever. And I always, in some days, some years I get on the path, and then it's just that one thing you just deter you, and it's so crazy how one thing can just really just take you off your game. Like, and it don't even have to be something big. It can be something so small, and you just be like, I don't want to do this no more. And then you end up back where you were, and if had you kept going, you would have been 10 steps ahead instead of 15 steps back.
What is that one thing for you that be deterring you?
Shit, I'm just lazy. I don't be feeling like getting up to go work out. Like at one point I was doing it every day, and then some days I'm just like, I just kind of want to lay here and rub my feet together. Like I don't be feeling like, I don't know. Like I don't know why we gotta eat. Like eating makes you gain weight. That's just so stupid to me. I never understood that concept. But I mean, we're here. We gotta work. We gotta work out. I guess you gotta do some type of activity to.
Yeah, I literally had to, like, about 4 or 5 days ago, I wrote like a workout schedule and I put it by my bed because like I haven't been working out since I stopped training. But it's like there's a gym day where I go to my apartment gym. You know, there's like a cardio day, and then there's a yoga day. You know, and I know I have to, like, I'm not just going to work out hard every day because I'm going to get burnt out and I don't want to do shit. Like, I need the opportunity to lay there and rub my feet together, you know, and, like, feel like I deserve that. Do you feel like you give yourself the space to mess up and then not shame yourself? Yeah?
No.
So, like, when you mess up, like, what's the mental talk like?
Yeah. Negative self-talk. It's nothing positive. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's always the infinite negatives and never a positive. I feel like I'm an extremist. So when I want to do something, which is probably why I never follow through and finish, because I go to the extreme so long to where I'm burnt out and I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. Like, that's stupid. Like, I'm trying to, like, move bit by bit. Like, tomorrow I want to lose 100 pounds, but how about this week, let's lose a pound? You know, like, and it sounds, I don't know. That's because I'm so stuck in my head, like, dang, I want to be, and I guess that, you know, I just actually broke that. Like, I just had to sit down with myself and tell myself, like, I don't want to, I've been trying to get back to a high school weight. A lot of us been trying to get back to a high school weight when we need to try to get back to just being healthy and get to a healthy weight that we need to be at. Stop trying to get to a 16-year-old body when you're fucking 26. Like, we can't get back to the 16-year-old body. We got to progress this body, rebuild it, and base something else off of it. Yeah. So now my goal for next year is to be like, I have to be fine before 30. Like, that is a goal of mine.
And that's totally doable.
Yeah, like I was just telling Tori that I was like, I need to be, for a decade, I need to be at my peak. You know, some people peak in middle school, some people peak in high school. It's like I keep peaking, then I go back into hibernation, and I guess that's because I be getting there, then I'm like, I ain't ready for that yet.
So okay, let's talk about that though. Like, when you get there, like, what makes you say I ain't ready for that yet, or like, you know, like. Because what I hear, you know, with extremism, with getting there and then sabotaging and going backwards, like, what happens when you get there? Like, what?
I just be in my head a lot. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I get to thinking of the negative possibilities of what I do when I get there. Like, it's nothing positive from it. And I think a lot of people think
We
like
all
that.
do
We all
that.
do that, but
Yeah.
it's just like I be in when you're alone and you are so used to being in your head and thinking out infinite. Like you sit there and really critical think, it'll take you to a place, and sometimes it doesn't take you to the best place. Sometimes it'll take you to somewhere really really dark. You ever just thought yourself into a depression?
Absolutely.
And you just be sitting there like, well, damn, how did we get here? I was just happy. I wouldn't even, like, this has been a really good week. God has blessed me. I done got a new job. I done got this. I done bought me a new car. I have money. I'm not broke. And then you think yourself into a depression over something so small. You be like, then my mom would be like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, shit, I don't know. I don't know. I just be in my head. I guess that's why when I go out to just have fun and never with no intention of looking for a loved one. Cause I'm like, who wants to deal with that? Shit, I don't even want to deal with it. So who else wants to kind of tag along to this? And I feel like if I'm not in the space to help build, why would I tear somebody down to bring them to where I'm at to help me build myself up? I feel like that can kind of be selfish. And I can be selfish about a lot of things, but I really like to take people's, feelings into consideration. I feel like I'm kind of an empath, and I don't, some people don't give a fuck about tarnishing and like hurting the person that's helping them grow, which is why it's a lot of people that were doing so good. They met somebody they was helping grow, and then it's like they switch places. Then the person that was with them leaves them because they not where they at. Where it's like, when I was there before you, yeah, I was there before I met you. I put so much into you that like I'm at a 20% battery package, you at 100, and now you don't want to charge me back up. I don't want to be that person because I feel like I care about people too much. And I think that's also a problem. Sometimes that's where you have to be delusional just a little bit. Like, like you gotta be delusional just a little bit. It makes sense to me. It might not make sense when I'm saying it out loud, but it makes a lot of sense to me. You have to be delusional. Like you have to live in a. If you don't tell yourself, like if I tell myself every day that I'm a skinny buff person or I'm a healthy buff person, sooner or later, 6 months down the line, I might start looking like a skinny buff person. So you be like, oh damn, okay, delusion works. I promise you. When I told myself that when I went and didn't eat meat for a while, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna do this, and I did it. I dropped 40 pounds, and I was like, damn, if I just would have stayed in that delusion, I could have just. But I guess you can be realistic with it too.
So what? Well, wow, it's actually like so many different things to be said in this moment. But I was gonna ask you like what stopped that delusion from happening, but I also wanted to say that like delusion is absolutely necessary. Like to want to become something that you're not.
Yeah, you have to be delusion.
I have to be delusional enough to believe that I can actually do that shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that think they like fine as fuck, and you just be like.
It's a little laugh.
Yeah, you just be like, okay, well, I mean, if you think so, I mean, hey, that's everybody's beautiful in their own way. Everybody is gorgeous. I ain't the finest nigga walking around here, but I know I ain't no 7.
Yeah.
But people be thinking they 10s, and then I'm like, damn, how can you think that you a 10? And I'm sitting here trying to keep myself at an 8. Yeah, like I'm up here trying to like, damn, let me like I'm this, but I don't know. It's just my strong, like, it's so crazy how the brain is so much stronger than the body, being that it's just one small little organ.
Actually, I was going to say I want to go back, but talking about the brain, I want you to actually, I want to hear out of your mouth, like, what does it look like for you to be that, version of you that you're trying to become at 30? Like, because you say you always look at the infinite negative possibilities.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I actually want you to like role play, right? Like talk as if you're there. Tell me what it's like. What is it like to be fine as fuck? How does it feel to like finally be who you always wanted to be, like to look how you want to look? How does that feel?
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, because it depends on when I get there, what I'm gonna do with it.
What are we talking about right now? The positive, right? Like it's playing out.
Yeah, you see,
like it's playing out. Like I'm talking about. You're not worried about any other thing other than being where you are.
Yeah.
You're there.
Financial freedom, being able to help my family where they don't have to work. Me being happy in love. I don't even have to be married at that point. I just want to have just be in love. I mean, if a kid comes, a kid comes. Um, just to be able to live life and just be like, okay,
But
I can look.
I'm talking about with your weight loss journey.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm like, when you fine as fuck, can't nobody tell you
I
nothing.
want to be a whore. Nah.
The bitches is knocking on the door, like all of that. Like, what does it feel like to be that person?
Amazing. You know that song? I be feeling like the man when I walk through.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's the song that's playing in my head. Like, and you know, crazy enough, I feel like that if I have a fresh haircut, a fresh retwist, and maybe a nice outfit, I am that person.
Yeah.
So it's like I always give you a prelude to what I'm gonna be, but I'm just not fully there yet.
Yeah.
I actually don't know how to envision that person because I've never thought about being there.
And so that's what I
That's where the
really wanna
mental
take
block
this
comes there.
time to do that, like right now. So in front of the camera, like if you want to close your eyes, you can. But matter of fact, can you close your eyes so that you can envision?
Whew, okay. All right. Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha.
So I want you to see the body that you want. And if it take time to bring that mind up, or I don't know if it popped up already, I want you to see him laughing, walking down the street. He going to the beach. I want you to see him in the outfit that you want to be wearing at the beach. Do you want to have your shirt off? Do you still have a tank top on? Like, what do you wear at the beach? I want you to see him running, and he's like about to catch a football or some shit.
I catch a football. I was a lineman. But
hey, whatever. But you're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
You're feeling joy. You're feeling fulfillment. You finally did what you said you're going to do, and you're still doing it. You're still taking the steps to maintain. You're not even thinking about no negative possibilities because you've shown yourself that, hey, I could do this shit, and this is who I am, and this shit feels good as fuck. And when you're ready to share, I kind of want you to share what that feels like.
Well, I'm at the beach, so I mean, I do have a tank top on for sure. Mm-hmm. Is that the word, tank top? I have a tank on. Arms are there. I probably have a way bit more tattoos. You said catching a football. I don't know. I feel like I was catching a football over somebody that I guess that was my girlfriend, I guess. Okay. We both fall down, we laugh, the joy, the happiness. For some reason there's a dog. Okay. Which is even funnier. And where are we? We're not in America. Okay. It's like we're on a vacation or something. It's just pure happiness, pure peace. Everything feels like all the puzzles are together. I've accomplished what I needed to accomplish, and I'm just kind of enjoying the fruits of which I've planted. That's all I got right now.
That sounds beautiful.
Oh.
I was cheating the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I got.
And so, like, I encourage you to, in these times when you are by yourself, like, intentionally imagine being there. Like, what it feels like, what you see.
Yeah, you're a therapist. Andrea Van Zandt.
You know, shit. But no, like, I could feel the peace, like, when you were saying it. You know, like, I feel like the whole energy in the room has, like, kind of changed. Like, to where, like, really taking that into the new year, like, into your actions. And something I wanted to say, these past 3 days with myself, like, I've been realizing, or I realized, I have all the pieces I need. I've been missing one thing. And for me, it's patience.
Girl, you ain't never had patience.
You know me. So you know that's facts, right? But it's like, with patience, like, that's why I am going so hard on this YouTube thing, because I'm being patient enough with myself to learn my process, to all of the things, like, in every area of my life. You know,
you've become more patient, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you wasn't patient, you wouldn't be a teacher. Yeah. Like, and you've been teaching for a minute. Yeah. And you've done different grade levels, so you've done with different growth areas of children, and you're still able to, be sane. So I feel like patience is for sure, drill team Drea don't have the same patience with kids that Drea now has. So I think
But it's
you're
actually
almost
crazy
there.
because I'm still drill team Dre in a way. I can't yell and do all of that. You know, I don't yell. Not anymore. I used to yell at the motherfucking middle school kids because that's all they understood. Um, but like, even with my workout thing, you know, it's like patience, like actually giving myself patience. And that's what allows you to take those baby steps, you know, like, and so it's like with patience is why I say like that's the missing piece for me, because with patience you can get anything. Like with patience you can allow any process. Like, what is it? Do you feel like you have patience?
Oh, I think I'm very patient until it's just some days should just be irritating me. And like the irritation be so small, and I've learned to kind of like when I feel myself get irritated, I'd be like, Montreal, why is you even irritated for real? Like, what's your purpose? I always ask myself when I get mad or irritated, like, if this lasts longer than 3 minutes, why is you really mad? Especially if it's not nothing to be mad about. Like, I know at work I can get irritated, but that's a different type of irritation. Like, I'm irritated for a reason. Like, especially if I feel like I'm doing the best I can to provide the best care for my patient. Why is the family member coming there, like, undermining me? Like, but that also I ain't gonna go into
He
that.
said, I don't even want to.
I don't even want to do that. I just feel like people really do be looking at black people like they don't be knowing for real. And I always have to be the one to be like, all right, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you that I'm smart. I'm gonna show you that I'm not a dummy. Yeah. Like, y'all not finna. What you think about about black folk is not what you gonna think for real once you leave out this room. I don't care. Like, I am a I don't want to say a stereotypical black person, but I am a non-stereotypical. Like, for nursing wise, I'm a nurse. I'm black. I have tattoos. I have dreads. Like. They walk in the room and they're instantly walking, looking at me, standing up, watching over me. Like, what am I doing? And I don't give you room to stand up for too much longer. I'm gonna come in there. I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna do it efficiently. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, and I'm gonna bag it up by giving you the knowledge behind why am I doing it. And then after that, you just sitting there like in awe because you're like, oh dang. And then you thinking I'm finna come in here. I don't know what you think I'm finna come in here like, but I'm coming in here like this is my room. You in my territory. Sit down. Let me do what I'm doing. If something goes wrong, it won't, cause I'm me. So just like I don't know. Work is just nursing. That shit irritates me. That should be irritating. Like that's. I think that's my top irritation. I think, and other than that, I mean, I get irritated by small stuff. I don't let people put me in that space of being irritated or angered. Cause one, you ain't signing my check. Two, I know I've done the best that I can. I don't have ass shit when I put my name next to it. When I sign my signature next to something and I have to sign off and say that I acknowledge and I did this, no, it's gonna be done adequately. It's gonna be done. It's gonna be done. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be done.
Yeah.
But that's it. I don't even know if that was the question, but
It's actually crazy because like before you started talking about nursing, mentally I was like, we actually been talking about like more emotion, kind of self, you know, type of things. We didn't even touch on your journey being a nurse, and so you like naturally went into that, and I could tell that would be a whole other episode. Because I was
CRNA coming, guys.
Yeah.
Now that's the goal. I'm trying to be in anesthesia. I'm trying to make the big bucks.
Hey, you gonna be making the big bucks, and we gonna be on the phone just like when we was fucking 15 and 17. I used to be like, Papa Tawa, you know what it's gonna be like when we gonna be 30.
When we gonna be 30.
So here we are. We're already old.
Papa Tawa, I graduated now. Are we gonna still talk since I'm in college?
Are we still gonna call each other Papa Tawa?
Yeah. Look, we almost 30, still doing it, so.
You know, so like there's so much more for us to talk about. We didn't know what we was gonna talk about, and I think this went extremely well. So before I end this interview, is there anything, like one last thing you feel like you want to tell anybody who's watching right now?
Bro, don't give up on yourself for real. And I say that because there's so many times just in nursing and just in my grown life, I've been wanting to give up because I feel like the path that I wrote on a piece of paper ain't the path that was already drafted out for me before I was born. And sometimes I was just talking to my mama before I got here. Me and God need to get on the same page. And my mama was telling me, she says, the page is already written. God already wrote the page out for you. You need to get on page with him. Like, stop trying to take everything into your own hands and think that it's going to be drawn out like everybody else's. Everybody has a canvas, but the picture ain't the same. Like, yeah, we all trying to be certain things. Like, some people I didn't see get to where I'm trying to get right now. They pathway looks totally different. Like, sometimes you have to move in life on cruise control. Sometimes you need to put your fucking foot on the gas. But never stop. Yeah. Sometimes you need to pull over to the side of the road. And sometimes you gotta check, make sure everything under the hood is right. But never stop. You have to keep going. Do not let anybody like deter you. People can talk shit all they want. Do you, be you, and when it's for you, it will be for you. T-Bell signing out.
Pass the tea! Thank you so much. I love you. Always.
I love you too, Power Tower.
This is amazing. I'm gonna have you back so we can have more conversations. But thank you.
You're welcome.